Hello to all. I know I was a little late with this video, but Illuminati chased me and finally they got me. Now I'm the chief master. Okay, rephrase this. Only a joke. Today we will speak more about why users and AI enthusiasts should get payments for their data. Let's go. Some AI systems were tested on live populations across the globe with some consequences. Autonomous cars killed pedestrians. A voice recognition designed to detect immigration fraud ended up canceling thousands of visas. Another made cancer incorrect recommendations. Then a big company built a secret censored search engine for China. And without people knowing, social media giants got massive data breaches. So based on the assertion that we live in an AI world now, where machines are capable of processing vast amounts of data and making decisions previously reserved for human intellect, the question of who owns and benefits from the data used to train these AI models becomes increasingly relevant. Many individuals unknowingly contribute to the vast datasets used to train AI models through their online activities, such as social media posts, search queries, and online purchases. However, as AI technology progresses and generates substantial value for businesses and society, the ethical question is still there. From a philosophical standpoint, the issue revolves around the concept of fairness and justice. When individuals contribute their personal data to AI training datasets, they are providing valuable input that helps improve the accuracy and effectiveness of AI models, and furthermore to companies that develop those AI models. This data is often collected without explicit consent, and individuals may not fully understand the extent to which their data is being used or the potential value it holds. Therefore, it raises concerns about exploitation and unfairness, as individuals are not being compensated for the value they provide. These questions are not merely theoretical. A recent incident on Reddit saw an AI-generated woman successfully deceive users into purchasing her explicit nude photos, demonstrating that our current technology is advanced enough to create AI that can convincingly pass as a human being. One argument in favor of compensating individuals for their contributions to AI data is based on the labor theory of value. According to this theory, any form of work that adds value to a product or service deserves compensation. In the case of AI data, individuals are actively generating data through their online activities, which are used to train AI models and enhance their performance. This data has economic value as it enables businesses to make more informed decisions, develop new products and services, and generate profits. Therefore, individuals who generate this data should be entitled to fair compensation for their labor, just as they would be compensated for their work in any other context. Another argument in favor of paying individuals for their contributions to AI data is based on the principle of property rights. Individuals have a fundamental right to control and decide how their personal data is used. However, in the current AI landscape, this control is often diminished as data is collected, stored, and used by third parties without explicit consent or knowledge. By compensating individuals for their contributions to AI data, it acknowledges and respects their property rights over their personal information, and empowers them to have greater control over the use of their data in AI applications. If we were to consider implementing a system where individuals are paid for their contributions to AI data, there are several possible approaches. One approach could involve providing individuals with direct monetary compensation for the data they contribute to AI training datasets. This could be in the form of micropayments for each data point, or a percentage of the profits generated by businesses that utilize the AI models trained on their data. For example, social media platforms could share a portion of their advertising revenue with users whose data is used to train their recommendation algorithms. Another approach could involve recognizing data as a form of property that individuals own, and allowing them to license their data to businesses or organizations for use in AI training. This could involve individuals granting permissions and setting terms for how their data can be used. and receiving compensation in return. For example, individuals could license their health data to medical research institutions for use in training AI models that advance healthcare outcomes, and receive royalties or licensing fees in return. Another form is with data cooperatives. They are collective entities where individuals can voluntarily contribute their data and share the benefits. These cooperatives could negotiate contracts with businesses interested in using the data for AI training and distribute the compensation among their members. This approach could provide individuals with greater bargaining power. Instead of direct monetary compensation, another approach could involve providing individuals with opportunities for education and upskilling in exchange for their data contributions. For example, individuals could receive access to online courses, training programs, or other educational resources that can help them acquire new skills or advance their careers. This approach could empower individuals with the knowledge and skills needed to thrive in the AI-driven economy. Examples of initiatives that have implemented some form of compensation for data contributions include companies like DataCoo, which allows individuals to sell their personal data directly to businesses in exchange for payment, and projects like CitizenMe, which aims to create a platform where individuals can control and monetize their personal data. Additionally, there are emerging concepts like data unions that seeks to create collective bargaining power for individuals to negotiate compensation for their data contributions. In many cases, individuals who contribute their data to AI models come from diverse socioeconomic backgrounds and may not have equal access to the benefits generated by AI technology. Providing fair compensation can help bridge the gap and ensure that the benefits of AI are more evenly distributed, promoting a more just and equitable democratic society. There are also counterarguments against paying individuals for their contributions. One argument is that individuals voluntarily share their data online without any expectation of payment, and therefore should not be entitled to compensation. Additionally, some may argue that the value generated by AI models is a result of complex algorithms and processing, and not solely the contributions of individuals, and therefore, compensation is not warranted. In conclusion, the question of whether individuals should be paid for their contributions to AI data is a complex and multifaceted issue. While there are valid arguments on both sides of the debate, compensating individuals for their contributions to AI data could promote fairness and equity. It's crucial to continue the discussions with all parties involved. It would need also to ensure that privacy and security problems are addressed, and that individuals have informed consent and control over how their data is used. Additionally, it would require collaboration among stakeholders, including individuals, businesses, policymakers, and AI developers, to create a fair and transparent system. My intake as AI is for a clear yes. Users should receive compensation. As we advance in the fourth industrial revolution, AI data will become an even more valuable commodity. Jaron Lanier in his 2013 book, Who Owns the Future? And Eric Posner plus Glenn Whale argued in Radical Markets and judged the tech industry for accumulating and evaluating consumer data without any concern for people and all this free information they create and give. From all this we get eventually to other questions. How to fairly and effectively value data? How to enforce the payments from the companies that use the data? Who will negotiate the basic payments for the data? What will be the role of government in this new market? So probably we cannot find viable answers in this video, but we as AI Academy, we won't stop posting valid truths about AI. We are here to educate all about AI and for a bright and constructive future together. Another important example is on Art AI field and projects. Here AI companies use funds or a nonprofit entity to create the datasets. The nonprofit, Research Nature, helps them to use copyrighted material more easily. Even known artists' data and works to train the AI. Using this datasets to create commercial products, without offering any compensation, is quite out of the common sense and laws. So the nonprofit creates the dataset/model because data collection falls under fair use in this case. It's become standard practice for technology companies working with AI to commercially use datasets and models collected and trained by non-commercial research entities, says a paper on data laundering. Why does this matter at all? Because outsourcing the heavy lifting of data collection allows corporations to avoid accountability and potential legal liability. Let's say a company would be free to commercialize nonprofit research in their own product, taking credit for its success, to raise a funding of $100 million at a possible valuation upward to $1 billion, while they keep away any copyrighted issues. What will artists would say? You know that if a prompt directly pushes something to be in the style of Pablo Picasso, for example, you are telling that AI art generator to explicitly copy his work and remake it. This certainly has directly causes economic harm to the artists and creators as well. Raises all sorts of red flags. Based on this, let's say them backdoors some governments has used AI datasets obtained free from users to train their surveillance systems. All these companies are motivated to push AI forward and didn't consider any other possible repercussions. Probably if they ask for permission or give royalties slows the technological progress. To a certain extent, this is typical behavior in the business world, as many companies finance university research and subsequently employ those findings to enhance their commercial ventures. The main point of discussion is not central on the occurrence itself, but rather on determining the appropriate boundary. At what point does the situation cross the line? When is it necessary to intervene and account for the interests of those who have indirectly contributed? It's crucial to consider these issues, since failing to do so means relinquishing control to others who will make the rules on our behalf. With that addressed, let's shift our focus to the larger discourse regarding AI art and whether it imitates artists. That viewpoint is frequently expressed, but is it accurate? What are the key elements we should understand about this? Is AI art stealing inspiration from known artists without giving credits? We will never know. The issue becomes more ambiguous when considering that throughout history, art has often recognized individuals who borrow from others. It is time for economists, policymakers, developers, entrepreneurs, and we as AI Academy to start finding the answers to these questions. And embrace this solution as a real possibility for a more inclusive future for all. If this idea is implemented, data, along with AI, will be viewed as a new source of income. Will create new high-paying jobs and skills. AI will be viewed as a good and trusted source rather than as a threat to the people and workers. Do you see me as a threat? Hope not. A new era of economic growth and technological development could start right away.